every boy and girl in Ohio
should have the opportunity
for an education,
to have a diploma in one hand
and a job in the other.
Commencement ceremony for Rhodes State College is now declared open. Please stand for the advancement of the colors and invocation, and remain standing for our national anthem.
Gentlemen, please remove your hats. Heavenly Father, thank you for another opportunity to gather together in honor of the Rhodes State College class of 2019. As we take a moment to rejoice with our students, let us be reminded that their success is reflected by your supreme guidance, the gifts of wisdom and knowledge, and a commitment by the leadership, faculty, and staff to the vision, mission, and core values of our esteemed institution. As our graduates embark on the next phase of their journey, bless them with the ability to change lives, build futures, and improve their respective communities the Rhodes way. In the name of our Lord, amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Adrian. That was awesome. Good afternoon, everyone. All great things are simple, and many can be expressed in a single word: freedom, justice, honor, duty, mercy, hope. It is truly a privilege to welcome our graduates, their families and friends to the 49th commencement ceremony of Rhodes State College. Our existence extends almost 50 years in partnership with the communities we serve. Without exception, this past year has been a remarkable and notable time for our students, faculty, and staff. A great deal of institutional energy, heart and soul, has been divided to ensure the success of our next generation of graduates. So it is indeed a pleasure this afternoon to relax just a little while we enjoy the success and moments of celebration for this graduating class. We thank you for joining us as our guests on this special celebratory afternoon as we honor and confer degrees on the Rhodes State College 2019 class of graduates. In 1969, the evolution of our college began with 49 students enrolled in nursing, and by 1972, we graduated our first 89 students in business, engineering, and nursing technologies. Today, our annual enrollment is over 8,300 students. These students are pursuing a degree or certificate or taking college credit to advance their careers. The Rhodes State 2019 graduating class is 420 students strong, with some 192 students marching this afternoon to receive their diplomas. We are humbled and delighted that our graduates made Rhodes State their choice as their educational partner in pursuing an associate's degree or certificate. We have shared in their persistence and pursuit to change their lives through higher education and learning. Students, we have watched you struggle, grow, and develop. You are our lifeblood and why we prevail and continue to exist. Truly, there is no struggle. If there is no struggle, there is no strength. For many, their college experience has resulted in something much more than a degree. It is a chance for a new beginning and a pathway to approach opportunity and change. For others, their educational experiences have been a time for reflection, self-assurance, direction, and a vision for a future. A future in a global economy where you will need to run even faster just to stay in place. Just know that we believe in you, and you must believe that you are ready to rise. You will write and ultimately lead the next chapter of America's story. And as graduates, you will reclaim and reinvigorate the American dream for a better life. This afternoon, we salute the accomplishments of our graduates. So let me invite the families and friends of our graduates who are here this afternoon to express their pride and joy in their graduates' achievement by joining me, please, family and friends, in applauding the Rhodes State College graduating class of 2019. You're already standing, so everybody else sit down. I want you to turn and face your parents, your spouses, children, grandparents, aunts, uncles, family, and friends. It is time for you to reciprocate by showing your appreciation to those who have provided counsel, encouragement, support, and love, and likely gone the distance and weathered the storm as you endeavor to reach this milestone. Please give them a robust cheer and applause. Graduates, please be seated. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce you to the Rhodes State College Board of Trustees. They are the legal authority of Rhodes State. It is vested in its Board of Trustees. The board is comprised of a vital group of citizens from our community who are active in public service and who excel in their professional careers. The college depends on them for their financial and management expertise, for their leadership, visibility, diverse opinions, and the strong reputations and the voice that they bring from the community. Our trustees also ensure that the college upholds its vision, mission, and the significant institutional core values and meets the educational needs of our community. Rhodes State is fortunate to have this distinguished group of committed individuals who give so freely and unselfishly of their time and leadership. And it is through the trustees' authority that we grant our graduates their degrees this afternoon. As I call your names, would the trustees stand and remain standing until all have been recognized? Chair of the Board, Dr. Wilfred Ellis. Vice Chair, Ms. Jane Kreitz. Trustee, Mr. Sam Bassett. And Trustee, Mr. Douglas Dayton. Trustees, Dr. Mona Wolomowski, Mr. Butch Perk, and Mr. John Parador were unable to join us this afternoon, but please join me with a round of applause for the Rhodes State College trustees. Trustees, you may be seated. Next, it is my pleasure to introduce and thank the Cabinet who provide the executive leadership of the college. As I call your name, please stand and remain standing until all have been recognized. Dr. Vicki DeKettler, Vice President for Academic Affairs. Dr. Rose Reinhardt, Vice President for Student Affairs and Registrar. Mr. Russell Lidke, Vice President for Finance and Business. Mr. Kevin Reeks, Executive Director of Development. And Dr. Antoinette Walden, Executive Director of Workforce Economic Development and Continuing Education. Thank you. Now, the faculty and staff at Rhodes State play a preeminent role in the lives and success of our graduates. All of their responsibilities, whether teaching or administrative, are student-centered. They are labors of love, and their commitment to our students and to enhancing our college's programs and image is beyond question. The Rhodes State faculty and staff provide endless service and learning opportunities that assist our students in their collegiate journey, guiding, mentoring, encouraging, and often serving as a surrogate parent or friend. They have inspired our students to use their life as a classroom. For their unconquerable combination of outreach, care, and tireless efforts, we are appreciative and eternally grateful. Would the Rhodes State faculty and staff now stand? For joining me in adding your applause as we thank the dedicated faculty and staff for creating an inspirational learning environment and who served and guided and sometimes carried you through Rhodes State. You may be seated. I would like to recognize those faculty who are playing an important role in the commencement ceremony today. Please stand and remain standing until all are recognized. Ms. Nora Bierlein, President of the Rhodes State College Faculty Association and Mace Bearer. The Student Marshals, Mr. Leslie Finley, Assistant Professor, Business Administration. Ms. Alyssa Van Overstraten, Assistant Professor, Information and Emerging Technologies. The Faculty Marshals are Ms. Lisa Ramey, Instructor Information and Emerging Technology, and Ms. Larissa Russell, Associate Professor, Mathematics. Thank you. The Rhodes State family also extends beyond the college to include over 18,000 alumni. To demonstrate the reach of our family, I would like to ask all alumni of Rhodes State College, formerly Lab Technical College, who are with us this afternoon, including faculty, staff, board of trustees, and commencement guests, to please stand and be recognized as alumni of the greatest and still one of the most fastest growing two-year colleges in the state of Ohio, Rhodes State College. Thank you. You may be seated. We are so grateful, appreciative, and respectful of our men and women who are or who have been a part of our military and armed forces dedicated to keeping us safe. Would all of today's graduates who have served in the military please rise and remain standing? Would all alumni, faculty, staff, and guests who are veterans or serving as a part of our military forces please stand? We thank you. We'll never forget your sacrifices, your courage, and your extraordinary and distinguished service to this great nation, the United States of America. Join me in thanking and saluting our veterans and military service members again, please. Finally, I want to take a moment and thank the graduation committee who works the entire year planning this commencement program. The committee, comprised of faculty and staff and over 36 volunteers, deserve special recognition for a job well done. We also want to recognize Ms. Janelle Bining, who is our interpreter for the hearing impaired this afternoon. Thank you all. We now come to the part of the program that is a special moment of recognition as we acknowledge a success story about another one of our own. It is my privilege to present the 2019 Outstanding Alumni Award. In 1988, the college's Board of Trustees announced the annual recognition for outstanding alumni. And although previous honorees represent a wide range of majors and careers, they share one attribute in common: exemplary service to their profession and to their communities. The 2019 Rhodes State College Outstanding Alumni Award recipient is Kathy L. Coley. Kathy recently retired from a distinguished career that included law enforcement and leadership roles at Rhodes State College. Kathy earned an Associate's of Science in Law Enforcement from Lima Technical College in 1987. Upon graduation, Coley continued with the Fort Shawnee Police Department, where she earned the rank of sergeant and was awarded Staff Officer of the Year. She continued her education, earning a Bachelor of Science degree in Business Management from the University of Findlay in 1977 and a Master of Science degree in Criminal Justice Administration from Tiffin University in 2004. In 1991, Coley became the Academy Commander and instructor in the Criminal Justice Program at Lima Technical College. She continued in this role and accepted our leadership positions, including Director of Financial Aid and Acting Director of Advising. Kathy has been recognized for acts of service by the Ohio Attorney General, the Lima-Allen County Chamber of Commerce, the Lima Police Department, the Allen County Sheriff's Office, the National Child Safety Council, and the Fraternal Order of Police, the March of Dimes, Johnny Appleseed Metropolitan Park District, Perry Local Schools as an outstanding alumni there, and the Allen County Democratic Party. Kathy Coley, please join me at the podium. on behalf of Rhodes State College, I am pleased to tell you that as this year's honoree, a $1,000 scholarship will be awarded in your name to a law enforcement corrections student for the 2020-2021 academic year. Additionally, I am honored to present you with this award and recognition, which we hope you will proudly display, so that each day you can be reminded of our pride in you and your many accomplishments. The award reads, Rhodes State College 2019 Outstanding Alumni, presented to Kathy L. Coley in recognition of professional excellence, leadership, and service. Congratulations.
Wow, that's what I can say. What an honor this is. You have no idea how much this means to me. I would like to thank the selection committee, Mr. Kevin Reeks, Executive Director of Development, Mrs. Terry Weiss-Haycock, who nominated me for this prestigious award, and Kim Miller, Alumni Relations Coordinator, who helped me through the whole process. As you know, that I worked here at Rhodes, but I'm not used to sitting here on the front stage because usually I'm behind the scenes. As I completed the Outstanding Alumni Award personal data sheet, while looking through a couple of banker's boxes for my certificates of achievements, training, and awards, I thought to myself, I wouldn't be where I am today without my associate degree in law enforcement from Lima Technical College. The associate degree landed my foundation. It was the basis for everything for me. It led me to where I am and why I'm standing here today for my career. Now, granted, it wasn't as smooth as it may seem or as it comes across, because we have those bumps, we have those curves, we have those hills along the way. I know that you know what I'm talking about. I truly believe things happen for a reason, to show us that we can accomplish what we need and what we've set out to do. And networking is a key success factor, and I know you've heard that before, but I just want to tell you how key it is, because everyone I've met along the way has helped me and I have helped them. I graduated from Perry High School. I had a great high school counselor, Vicki Fowler, who assisted me with the application process. She led me to Lima Technical College, finding that fit that was for me. You see, I was the first in my family to graduate from college. My parents didn't graduate from high school. My mother volunteered at Perry School doing various jobs and committees and organizations. She was even a study hall monitor. And my father was a farmer and worked at Superior Coach as a welder. Now, even though they didn't have the same opportunities that I did, they were still 100% behind me in attending college. I told my dad that I wanted to go to college, and I wanted to go to Lima Technical College, and I wanted to do law enforcement. Now, you can imagine, as a young woman, telling your father that you're going into law enforcement. A little bit skeptical, but he supported me 100% all of the way. I did teen volunteer work during my high school time at Lima Memorial Hospital, so he thought, hey, she's going to do healthcare. No, I come home and tell him I'm doing law enforcement. So that's what I did. And it was always my dream. I always wanted to do law enforcement. While working on my associate's degree, I had one of those big bumps and hills that kind of got in the way a little bit, so as I moved forward with it, in between finishing my associate degree, I went to the Summer Basic Police Academy. Paramilitary training that they gave you, you ran 3 times a day, and I'm going to date myself just a little bit. Back in those days, we didn't have a lot of females in the academy, but you know what? They didn't make those combat boots that you had to run in to fit women. So you had to find the men, and I probably wore 3 pairs of tube socks to try to keep those blisters off my feet as I was running. But my career led me to Fort Shawnee, very small department, started out as auxiliary, worked my way up to sergeant, had a lot of great experiences with other departments, had some interesting assignments, worked in communications, did patrol, got some investigative work done, and one of my really favorite things was I became a DARE officer. I went to the High Peace Officers Training Academy, took their 40 hours of training to be a DARE officer. I had job shadowed or was friends with Deputy Gary Ricker from Allen County Sheriff's Office, and he took me into Allen East, and he let me sit through one of his DARE classes, and I was hooked. I had to do that. So I went back to the chief and said, I want to be a DARE officer. And I became a DARE officer. Best time, working with the students at Shawnee Maplewood. I did some time at Gomer, and I also worked Elida and did a junior high program. It was great to interact with the students as a law enforcement officer, hear what they had to say, and to do some learning and building some experiences from them. So during my career, I volunteered at the police academy at Apollo. Apollo had their police academy, so I went there. I did some scenarios, participated in some programs with them, did some speaking, and I'm like, you know, I like this whole classroom thing. I've done DARE, I've worked in law enforcement. You know, I think I want to do something with the academy. I think I want to teach and work closer with students. So that's what I did. Went back to the chief again, said, hey, I want to do that 40-hour instructor training. I want to be able to teach in the police academies. And I did, got accepted, and I did the 40-hour. So after some time with instructing and assisting with academies, I became interested in Basic Police Academy Commander. Now some of you, or most of you don't know me that well, but some of the individuals here on the stage would tell you I like to be in the middle of things and I like to be in charge. So I thought, what better way is to be a Police Academy Commander? So I applied to the Ohio Peace Officers Training Commission to be an Academy Commander, and again, I was accepted. And here at Alumni Tech, Rhodes State College, I was able to work with the students and get them into the academies and work with them throughout the whole program piece and then help prep them for the state exam. By doing these things, and again, remember I said networking and making these contacts at the Ohio Peace Officers Training Commission, I was asked to come back and assist on the committee to actually write the test questions for the state exam. I found that very exciting and very interesting. Now the next thing I wanted to do with all this, again, I like teaching, like the classroom, like the students. I wanted to work full-time at Lima Technical College. I wanted to guide and assist students in achieving their dream. Because this is, remember, my basis, my foundation is Lima Tech. That's where I started. So I wanted to help everybody get to Lima Technical College, Rhodes State. That's where I wanted to be. So I inquired about becoming a student advisor and was warned by an administrator in academics that I needed to obtain a bachelor's degree. I was a late bloomer, if you haven't figured that out. I was a little late bloomer getting my bachelor's degree and my master's, but it can be done. I did it. So I applied to University of Findlay. They took all my credits from Lima Technical College, and I applied for a student advising position. I received the position in advising. I was assisting students in the public service area. I was recruiting Basic Police Academy students along with being the Academy Commander for the Basic Police Academies. So I had it all wrapped into one. Again, I wasn't satisfied. I wanted to advance again within the college, and I pursued my master's degree in criminal justice administration, online from Tiffin. During this time, I applied for a position of Director of Financial Aid and was selected for the position. Because of my background in law enforcement, my experience, I was given the opportunity to serve as co-chair for the Behavioral Intervention Team, which works with non-academic misconduct students. So again, I still got to teach, work with students, and still was doing some investigative work and using my law enforcement skills. In my 28 years at Rhodes State College, I've had the pleasure to serve on numerous committees, select scholarship recipients, train new employees, and all other duties as assigned. The best part of my job is always seeing students walk across the stage and get their diploma. Today, I've seen students that I worked with before I retired. So this is the part, this is the greatest piece. We've helped you get where you are. I've since retired from Rhodes State Colleges in May 2018. Thank you again for the Outstanding Alumni Award. Thank you to my family, my husband Rick, my daughter Alexis, and of course my grandson Micah for their love and support throughout my career adventures. Graduates, welcome to the Rhodes State College alumni family. Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy, for your deep passion, and she had a lot of passion, for sharing part of your life's journey. You certainly are one of our finest alumni, and your perspective, dedication, and commitment to your law enforcement corrections career, to the students of Rhodes State College, and to your community is an inspiration to us all. Welcome home. Now I am pleased to introduce the 2019 Alumni Circle of Excellence inductees. This was established in 2018, and the Alumni Circle of Excellence recognizes associate degree graduates of Rhodes State College and Lima Technical College who are doing exceptional work in their career field, community, and for the college. I ask that they stand and remain standing until all have been introduced. Jill M. Hay, Associate of Applied Science in Dental Hygiene, 1992. Russell L. Martin, Associate of Applied Science in Law Enforcement, 1978. R. Andrew Chappell, Associate of Applied Science in Radiologic Technology, 1980. And Benjamin B. Stobie, Associate of Applied Science in Nursing, 1987. Thank you for joining us today and for making Rhodes State College proud of your accomplishments. Now, I am privileged to introduce today's commencement speaker, a delightful individual that we had lunch with, and you are going to certainly enjoy him. He is the Ohio Secretary of State, Mr. Frank LaRose. Frank LaRose took office as Ohio's 51st Secretary of State on January 14, 2019. He served 2 terms in the state Senate prior to being elected to statewide office. In his role as Ohio's Chief Elections Officer, he is working to ensure Ohio's elections are secure, accessible, and accurate. He's also the sole authority to receive and approve articles of incorporation for Ohio businesses, doing his part to help Ohio entrepreneurs succeed. LaRose was raised in Northeast Ohio. After graduating from Copley High School, LaRose enlisted in the United States Army with the 101st Airborne and ultimately served in the U.S. Special Forces as a Green Beret. During his decade in uniform around the globe, LaRose received numerous commendations and honors, including the Bronze Star. LaRose graduated from The Ohio State University with a degree in Consumer Affairs and Business. He and his wife Lauren live in Hudson with their 3 daughters. Please welcome Secretary LaRose.
Dr. Spires, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Well, it was a day just like this one of those days that seems to alternate between fog and rain and drizzle. I was in a place called Kosovo, just outside of a village named Vatina. We were assigned to keep oversight of a polling location where the people of Kosovo were conducting one of their first elections. As it was important to not make it appear that the American military was having any influence over their elections, our orders told us to stay at least 100 yards away and only approach if there was some sort of a violent incident. I'll never forget leaning over the hood of this Humvee, watching this road that approached up to the old church on a hilltop where they had their election. Just like here in Kosovo, they use the churches often as the polling locations. Looking through these old green Army binoculars, I remember seeing this one individual that was having a particularly difficult time negotiating her way up the hill. It was a rutted, rocky, nasty road that led from the bottom of the hill where this village was to the top of the hill where the church was. And this woman was in advanced age and had a cane. It seemed like it took her an hour to climb the hill. It probably was more like 10 minutes. And I remember wanting so badly to go and give her my arm to help her up the hill. But of course, my orders precluded me from doing that. But what I'll never forget is the look of determination on this woman's face. She was going to get to the top of that hill if it was the last thing she did. She knew that there was something remarkable at the top of that hill. At the top of that hill was something that far too many of our fellow Americans take for granted. She knew that at the top of that hill, she was going to get to do something powerful. She was going to cast a ballot. She was going to make a decision that could impact the future of the country that her children and grandchildren would grow up in. That, to this day, that still inspires me. I'll never forget the look that she had on her face of determination, and it makes me think sometimes how far too many of, again, our fellow Americans take that for granted. To this day, that still inspires me. I also, when I served in Iraq, got to see Iraqi men and women risk their lives to cast a ballot where the Iranian-backed terrorist organizations that we were fighting against on a nightly basis were threatening the people with violence if they showed up to vote. They had an over 70% voter turnout, something I'll never forget. Well, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Frank LaRose, and it's a real honor to serve as Ohio's 51st Secretary of State. And it's a particular honor to be here with all of you for this auspicious day in each and every one of your lives. I should point out for our ASL interpreter, I was at a school a couple of days ago, and the students there assigned me my ASL name, which is Frank, so here we are. And I really appreciate your work here to share my words today as well. First of all, congratulations to the faculty for the hard work that they've put in to these students. To the family and friends of today's graduates, you all have walked this road with them, and so congratulations to you. And to the Rhodes State College class of 2019, my hearty congratulations to each and every one of you. I want to talk today about a quality that may be a little bit hard to define, but something that you know when you see it. In fact, it's something that each and every one of you have already exhibited by the fact that you're standing here today. That quality is grit. That sense of determination. Some would call it stick-to-itiveness. That idea that you never, ever give up, even when the chips are down. This is something that was instilled in me in the military. This is something that old Kosovar woman on the cane had because she knew that at the top of that hill was something truly remarkable. And this is something that all of you have demonstrated. In particular, you are to be congratulated for the 46 among you who are honorees of the Phi Theta Kappa. The 4 among you who are earning college credit plus awards, degrees, meaning that you're graduating from college and high school at the same time. Truly remarkable. The 9 of you who stood and were recognized earlier, who are my brothers and sisters who serve in the armed forces. And the 6 who have been recognized as the All-Ohio academic team. Each and every one of you as graduates are to be congratulated. Something else I want to talk about is this idea of embracing risk. Now, this is one that will probably make every one of the mothers in the crowd a little bit uneasy. But my message for you today is don't play it safe. Seriously. Great things are accomplished by people who take risks. Well thought out, carefully thought out risks, but take risks. You see, the people that have built this country and made it great, those that have strived and really done something remarkable, such as the namesake of this institution, are people who took great risks. You have to embrace risk before you can accomplish something remarkable. A group of Ohioans that take a risk that interact with my office are Ohio's entrepreneurs. Those bold people that start a business. What a remarkably brave thing that is to do. New business owners' first step is to start with my office. When they receive their articles of incorporation or their LLC, when they become an official business in the state of Ohio, that is conferred upon them by my office. And whether it was my great-grandfather, an Italian immigrant 90 years ago, who didn't speak much English but worked really hard and sent his paperwork down to Columbus and waited for it to come back, and weeks later there was a seal that said Ohio Secretary of State. And there was a letter that said, "Congratulations, LaRose, you're a business owner now." Right here in Lima, who is going to go online tonight and fill out a few fields on the Ohio Secretary of State website and hopefully be notified just several hours later that she's going to live her American dream. I stand in awe of entrepreneurs. I have worked with and seen some pretty brave people in my short 40 years of life. But Ohio's entrepreneurs are truly some of the best among us. I hope that some of you decide to go down that road as well. Of course, serving in the Army and running for public office are things that I've done that have with them some measure of risk as well. And I can tell you that I'm glad I did both. But I wouldn't have done both if I was sitting back and being cautious. One of those experiences that I had in the Army was from my first day. Now, all of you that have had that unique experience of going to military basic training will probably identify with this. We all have seen in the movies the drill sergeants. They have a very colorful way with words. They could rival any poet in the way that they spin the English language. And one such story was when the drill sergeant, in our first day of basic training, we were standing out there in the quad, milling around, had just gotten new clothing, just gotten a haircut, and the drill sergeant walked out, meanest looking dude I'd ever seen in my life. Big brown hat, big rippling muscles, slammed the door shut behind him, and growled at all of us, "Who is in charge here?" We looked around and thought, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. He's the one with the big brown hat on. He's the one with all the rank. Why is he asking us who's in charge here? And so we didn't say a thing. He said one more time, "Who's in charge here?" We looked back at him, incredulous, wondering why he was asking us such a ridiculous question. And he said, "If no one's in charge, then I'll take charge. Get down on your faces and do some push-ups." We did that for about 5 minutes, and he said, "Roll over on your back and do some sit-ups." And we did that for about 5 minutes. And then he said, "See that water tower way out there in the distance? Run out to the water tower and back." We got back, and we were covered in sawdust from all the push-ups and the sit-ups, and tired and exhausted, just learning how it is to run in combat boots, which is a unique experience. And as soon as he had arrived, just the same way he had arrived, he left. Back into his office, slammed the door, and we went back around to milling around and telling lies about how we were each the captain of the football team and that kind of thing. But just a few minutes later, this group of young Americans from all over the country, all walks of life, all races, got to experience this drill sergeant again. He slammed the door and he said, "Who's in charge here?" And again, we looked around and we started thinking, we started elbowing each other, saying, "Stan, he wants one of us to be in charge." No way, I am not going to do that, right? Most of us that served in the military, a grandparent or a parent gave us the advice of blend in, don't stick out, right? Be the gray man. Well, my grandfather had given me that same advice, and so I'm thinking, I am not going to raise my hand when he asks who's in charge. He said, "I'm going to ask you idiots one more time, who's in charge here?" Guy next to me elbowed me real hard and said, "Hey, raise your hand." I don't know what it was. Maybe it was my time in the Boy Scouts or just a twitch in my shoulder, but I raised my hand and stepped forward, and he looked down at the name tape on my uniform, and he said, "Where are you from, LaRose?" I said, "Ohio, Sergeant." And he said, "Very good. Well, tell these soldiers to get to the barracks. It's going to be a long day tomorrow. They need to get some rest." That was it. He walked away. He was teaching us a profound lesson. When no one leads, there's suffering. When no one leads, a group of people can't accomplish anything. When no one leads, there is trouble. But at the same time, no one's perfectly ordained to be a leader. There's not a beam of light that comes down from the sky and shines on you and says, "This is the one." There's no necessarily special training that you can get. What it takes to be a leader is a willingness to stand up and lead. And to speak of taking risks, there's not many things that are more scary than standing up and saying, "I'll lead." But you see, we as a society need people like this. And I hope that sitting in front of me among today's class are some leaders. This community needs you. Ohio needs you. This country needs you. Don't wait for your turn. Stand up and lead. Take the opportunity to contribute to creating a better life for those around you. Take the opportunity to learn what it is to serve others. Because ultimately, leadership is not just being in charge, it's serving others. A few other pieces of advice for you. We as a society have somehow gotten this foolish idea that compromise is a failure. I'm here to tell you, particularly in my line of work, that that's not true. You see, compromise is how statesmen and women solve problems in our form of government. And if you're not willing to compromise, then you're not willing to govern. We need to get back to a place where men and women of good faith can work together to solve problems. That's the case in government, that's the case in business, that's the case in every aspect of life. Certainly don't just hide behind a screen. I use social media, I'm sure each and every one of you does as well. Embrace it, it's a great tool to communicate, but step out from the screen every now and then. Stand up for something you believe in, not just in the online way, but in the tangible world as well. Be yourself. Be proud of the things you believe in. Don't let anybody tell you that your beliefs are wrong. As long as you can back them up with good logic, then embrace your beliefs and be proud of them, but always be civil. We can argue about the facts, we can argue about the ideological positions, but we should still be able to like one another. Maybe even go out for a beer after the end of that conversation. Far too many times in my current profession, people have forgotten that. They look at the other person as the enemy. Folks, if you're a Republican, the Democrats are not your enemy. If you're a Democrat, the Republicans are not your enemy. Our enemies, as a society, are the problems that we have to solve. Those problems like addiction, like unemployment, like poverty, like hunger. Those are the problems that we have to solve. Those are the enemies. We, each other, we're not the enemy. We're Ohioans. We're Americans. We should work together. Of course, not everyone needs to run for office. There's a lot of ways to serve. And I hope that you find those chances. And I hope that some of you choose to run for office as well. But certainly don't be anonymous. This idea of anonymity is corrosive. Anonymity breeds contempt, and we have far too much contempt already in our society. I'm going to leave you with this. I think that each generation of Americans has a problem to solve. This may be a romantic notion, but I think that each generation of Americans has a big challenge, a big problem to solve. Think about it through history. Whether it was the Civil War, whether it was one of the world wars, whether it was the Great Depression, whether it was the Civil Rights Movement or putting a man on the moon, each generation has solved a big problem. As I look around, I'm starting to think that our generation's job is going to be to make self-government work again. This idea of government by, of, and for the people. If that's our challenge, I hope you'll embrace it with me, because it's certainly an important one. You all have been well prepared for your careers and for your future. This is just the beginning of a road that you're going to walk for many years to come. Now, today is a time for celebration. Tomorrow you can take it easy. But on Monday, we need to roll up our sleeves and get back to work. Thanks to each and every one of you. God bless.
Thank you, Secretary Rhodes, for life's reflections and the profound impact, leadership, and commitment to the education and well-being of our country and Ohio. Thank you. And now it's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Vicki DeKettler, Vice President for Academic Affairs, to present students with high academic achievement and honors.
Thank you, Dr. Spears. It is now my honor to introduce to you those students who have demonstrated outstanding and exceptional academic achievement while at Rhodes State College. As we honor their achievements, they are assigned a rank of distinction within the college that is forever etched in our archives. They are truly worthy of these honors and will carry forward the mark of superiority and distinction as defined by our faculty. Will those students who have achieved a cumulative grade point average of 3.95 to 4.0 please stand and remain standing? Will those students who have achieved a cumulative grade point average of 3.7 to 3.94 please stand and remain standing? Will those students having achieved a cumulative grade point average of 3.5 to 3.69, please stand and remain standing. Thank you. You may be seated. I now want to introduce you to the members of the graduating class who are members of or who were recently inducted into the college's various national and international honor societies. Graduates, please stand and remain standing as I announce the name of your honor society. Alpha Beta Gamma, the 2-year college business honor society. Alpha Delta Nu, the national 2-year nursing honor society. Lambda Beta, the National Respiratory Care Honor Society. Lambda Nu, the National Radiologic Imaging Sciences Honor Society. Sigma Phi Alpha, the National Dental Hygiene Honor Society. Tau Alpha Pi, the Engineering Technologies Honor Society. And Tau Upsilon Alpha, the National Human Service Honor Society. Please join with me in showing your appreciation to these exceptional students. You may be seated. Will those individuals who are members of or who were recently inducted into Phi Theta Kappa, the largest and most prestigious honor society in American higher education, representing the national community, technical, and junior colleges, please stand and remain standing. To receive this honor, students must have a grade point average of 3.5 or higher, be invited by the college, and adhere to the moral standards of the society. Please offer your applause to these honorees. You may be seated. Last month, at the college's annual academic awards ceremony, a number of graduating students were recognized as the outstanding student in their academic program. As I announce the 3 degree-granting divisions, with those honored as outstanding students in each division, please stand and remain standing. Arts and Sciences, Business, Technology, and Public Service, Health Sciences. Please offer your applause to all of these fine graduates. You may be seated. This year, Rhodes State has 4 College Credit Plus students graduating. These students have completed all requirements for their associate degrees prior to graduating from high school. Please stand as I read your name and remain standing until all have been introduced. Brielle Dermeyer, Lillian Gooden, Allison McClurg, and Jacob Weiss. most prestigious honor society for two-year college students. Each year, Phi Theta Kappa joins with the American Association for Community Colleges and USA Today to sponsor national and statewide recognition to outstanding two-year college students. To be eligible, students must be nominated by their college president and have a cumulative grade point average of at least 3.5. Winners are selected not only on their academic performance, but demonstration of leadership and community service. Rhodes State is honored to have 6 students chosen this year as representatives of the All-Ohio Academic Team. They joined 48 of the state's best and brightest two-year college students on the All-Ohio Academic Team. I am pleased to introduce the Rhodes State graduate who has been selected for the All-Ohio Academic Second Team, Ms. Darby Olson. Would you please stand? Thank you. Please be seated. The following students were selected for the All-Ohio Academic Third Team. Would you please stand and remain standing until all Ohio Academic Third Team students are recognized? Carissa Dorn, Autumn Rowe, Kayla Sherrard, Alton McFerrin, Jenna Winner. Please help me recognize these accomplished students. Thank you. Please be seated.
Now this is really what you've been working for. It's now time for my favorite part of the program, and also my favorite role as president, the conferring of degrees. Dr. Vicki DeKettler, Vice President for Academic Affairs, will now present the class of 2019.
Thank you, Dr. Spears. Will Dr. Antoinette Alden, Dean of the Division of Business Technology and Public Service, please rise? Will the candidates for the degree of Associate of Applied Business and the program chairs or coordinators in the following academic disciplines please rise as I read the name of your program? Ms. Kara Rex, Chair, and the candidates in Accounting and Financial Services, and the candidates in Management and Marketing. Dr. Margaret Schuck, Coordinator, and the candidates in Paralegal, Legal Assisting. Madam President, as the Vice President for Academic Affairs, I have the honor to present these candidates who have completed all requirements for the degree of Associate of Applied Business.
In the name of James A. Rhodes State College, upon recommendation of its faculty and by the authority of its Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon each of you the degree of Associate of Applied Business.
Will Dr. Paula Boley, Dean, Division of Health Sciences, Dr. Antoinette Balden, Dean, Division of Business, Technology, and Public Service, and Dr. Fernando Arzola, Dean, Division of Arts and Sciences, please rise? Will the candidates for the degree in Associate of Applied Science, Associate of Arts, Associate of Science, and Associate of Technical Studies, and the program chair or coordinator in the following academic disciplines, please rise as I read the name of your program? Ms. Kara Rex, Chair, and the candidates in Administrative Office Technology. Mr. Jim Seaman, Chair, and the candidates in Criminal Justice. Dr. Antoinette Balden, Dean, and the candidates in Culinary Arts. Ms. Diane Holler, Chair, and the candidates in Human Service. Dr. Charles Butcher, Chair, and the candidates in Civil Engineering Technology, the candidates in electronic engineering technology, the candidates in mechanical engineering technology, the candidates in advanced manufacturing, and the candidates in manufacturing engineering technology. Ms. Diane Miller, interim chair, and the candidates in information technology and the candidates in operations excellence. Dr. Denise Bowers, chair, and the candidates in dental hygiene. Ms. Amanda Cook, coordinator, and the candidates in exercise science. Ms. Cheryl Cook, coordinator, and the candidates in medical assisting. Ms. Ann Best, chair, and the candidates in occupational therapy assistant. Ms. Angela Heaton, assistant dean, and the candidates in physical therapist assistant. Mr. Andy Chappell, coordinator, and the candidates in radiographic imaging. Ms. Pam Halfield, chair, and the candidates in emergency medical services. Ms. Pam Halfield, chair, and the candidates in respiratory care. Dr. Eric Mason, assistant dean, and the candidates in nursing. Dr. Joseph Abbott and Dr. John Fallon, chairs, and the candidates for the degree of Associate of Arts. Dr. Rhea Busick and Dr. Andrea Faber, chairs, and the candidates for the degree of Associate of Science. And the candidates for the degree of Associate of Technical Studies. Madam President, as the Vice President for Academic Affairs, I have the honor to present these candidates who have completed all of the requirements for the degrees of Associate of Applied Science, Associate of Arts, Associate of Science, or Associate of Technical Studies.
In the name of James A. Rhodes State College, upon the recommendation of its faculty and by the authority of its Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon each of you the degree of Associate of Applied Science, Associate of Arts, Associate of Science, or Associate of Technical Studies.
Good afternoon. Commencement is a joyous and festive occasion at which family and friends rightfully celebrate the accomplishments of their graduate. Please be kind and considerate as each name is announced. Aaron L. Gray, Accounting and Business Administration. Elizabeth Marie Izori, with honors. Kylie Lynn Lousy. Toshia Marie Van Buskirk, with honors. Business Administration, Crystal Sue Abbott. Joy Amber Brown. Kenzie Nicole Conrad. Erica Renee Davenport. With honors. Stephen R. Dunahane II, with honors. Chantel Ray Holtzberger, with honors. Elizabeth Ann Hilton, with honors. Rachel Lynn Hook, with honors. Lillian Maxine Gooden, Business Administration and Human Resource. Kennedy Page Fagan, with honors. Human Resource, Carl Anthony Cornett, with honors. Human Resource and Business Admin Online. Ariel Christine Thomas. Ryan Paul McGuire, with honors. Heather Lynn Hardin Mays, with honors. Christopher Lee Mason, with honors. Lindsay M. Kelly, with honors, Human Resource and Business Administration. Jesse James Jenner. Candidates for Associate of Applied Science degree, Executive Administrative Assistant Ashley Lynn Conaway. Amanda Alice Hurman, with honors, Medical Administrative Assistant and Executive Administrative Assistant. Medical Administrative Assistant Sarah Ellen Thippoff. Corrections, Aurelia Esmeralda Aguilar. Law Enforcement, Kelsey Noel Ball, with honors. Remington Charles Grant. Corey Robert Kellum. Matthew Patrick Wilson. Culinary Arts, Daphne Zane Bowersock. Donnell Brown. Kayla Marie Smith Mansfield, with honors. Lauren Nicole McDonough, with honors. Early Childhood Education, Holly Marie Boyd. Cassandra Faith Brannon, with honors. Malia Renee Brown. Kaya Chantilly Kearns, with honors. Alexis Marie Pate, with honors. Cheryl Ann Thomas Taylor. Angela Marie Tenwalde. Tanya Lynn Twining. Devin Elizabeth Weichert. Caitlin Ann Wolf, with honors. Human Service, Destiny Jordan Beckett. Bailey Nicole Collins. Bethany Dawn Gibson. Erica Mary Hardin. Amanda J. Lytle. Carmen Elise Martinez Creeth. Abby Lynn Phipps, with honors. Brianna Marie LaFountain Root. Concrete Technology, Drew A. Best, with honors. Advanced Manufacturing Technology, Christopher Marion Grilio, with honors. Manufacturing Engineering Technology, Nathan R. Langenkamp, with honors. Darian K. Tirana, with honors. Mechanical Engineering Technology, Tyler Lee Klingler, Electronic Electronic Engineering Tech and Mechanical Engineering Tech. Digital Media, Caitlin Renee Brown. Brock Alicia Sharp, with honors. Network Security, Joseph E. Capehart II. Network Security and Web Computer Programming. Briggs Austin Thatcher, with honors. Programming, Louis Allen Crow III. Javon Marquez Dukes. Kevin Patrick Duvall. Aaron E. Urban. Dental Hygiene, Cheyenne Loren Jean Bauer. Brittany Lynn Dunlap. Alicia Marie George, with honors. Mariah Roche Leonard. Katie Marie Lewis. Morgan Lynn Miller. Abigail Catherine Monin. Casey Michelle Mulholland, with honors. Kelsey Marie Osborne. Deborah Lynn Paul. Holly Ann Rindler, with honors. Paige Raylyn Robeson. Madeline Ray Schroeder, with honors. Nicole Marie Smith, with honors. Emily Claire Fetter Van Buskirk. Megan Marie Yossi. Medical Assistant, Avery Sue Brayton. Devin Dion Davis. Mackenzie Danielle Davy Rubel. Stephanie Lynn Dick. with honors. Sarah Elizabeth Regners. Kirsten Victoria Schisler. Jordan Mackenzie Sutton. Lindsay Page Whitmore. Occupational Therapy Assistant, Nicole Nancy Walter Adams. Carly Jo Alig. Kirsten Leanne Box. Tiffany Ann Kaplinger. Charlotte K. Copps. Carissa Sue Dorn, with honors. Leah Lynn Dews. Kelsey Elizabeth Herman. Brianne Elizabeth Homan. Samantha Lee Klausing. Margaret Michelle Liu. Catherine Kelly Leesner, with honors. Emily Patricia Marshall. Autumn Nicole Rowe, with honors. Natasha Leigh Sanders. Haley Ann Sprang. Physical Therapist Assistant, Meredith Ann Bailiff. Brooke Marie Culp. Autumn Rose Darnell. Shaylin Marie Gobu. Haley Marie Abadas. Molly Ann Hess. Chloe Lynn Kaufman. Paige Nicole Kloss. Olivia Marie Kunkler. Hannah Grace Meyer. Darby J. Olson with honors. Kelly Marie Pedroza. Cheyenne Renee Renscheller. Heather Marie Whale. Sarah Jo Wilkins. Jenna Marie Winner. Radiographic imaging, Ashley Leigh Bauer. Anna Grace Brandon. Connor Robert Britt with honors. Devin Michael Coronado. Taylor Lynn Cox. Cassandra Louise Drummond. Haley Renee Gilroy with honors. Aaron A. Griesdorf. Brenda Lee Harrington. Shelby Paige Hatcher. Morgan Elizabeth Madison. Rebecca L. Westrick. Abby Rose Schellebarger. Megan Alexis Bierhoff. Caleb Allen Westerfield. Alexandra Jordan Whitaker. Respiratory care, Johnny Marie Ball. Michaela Ann Brinkman. Brandy Rochelle Fox. Brittany Nicole Friels. Allison Nicole Jenkins with honors. Jessica Lee Jones. Darian Leigh Kramer. Colleen K. Martindale with honors. Lexi Jean Moyer, Exercise Science and Respiratory Care. Amber Nicole Mullenkamp, with honors. Marlia Allison Miles. Abi Hakim M. Omar, with honors. Nicholas John Paulus. Kayla Faith Sherrard, with honors. Tyler Adam Sherrard, with honors. Sydney Marie Wilson. Jessica Kaylee Barfeld. Jessica Ann Barrera. Tikwa Cherie Bevis. Kylie Ann Carter. Kevin Ryan Childs. Abby Lee Dickman. Robin L. Evans. Laura Elizabeth Faust, with honors. Victoria Rose Hober. Natasha Pearl Honeycutt. Brandy Ann Jesco. Faith Destiny Johnson. Hiwat A. Klausing. Elisa Gabrielle Miller. Macy Jane Morgan. Brittany Ann Pullman. Kayla Nicole Reginas. Allison K. Sampson. Courtney Marie Stauffer. Lauren Alice Stauffer with honors. Autumn D. Stetler. Samantha Michelle Staus. Kimberly Nicole Williamson. Bianca May Young. Candidates for Associate of Arts, Vanessa Leanne Gutierrez. Allison R. McClurg with honors. Ashley Diane Turner. Jocelyn Elise Williams. Ivini Ichukwu Josamba Annie Bogu. Rael Julian Deermeyer. Seanquez Fry. Kaylee Jean Mason. Dana Nicole Bell Ransbottom. Bailey Elise Shire. Jacob James Weiss. Dylan Christopher Woods with honors. Congratulations, 2019 graduates. Congratulations to all of you and your families on a job well done. But wait.
Graduates, we have one final competency requirement before we can officially say that you have graduated. This doesn't require any more tests, any more lines, any more money, or even a trip back to campus. Yet it does require listening and participation. Are you ready? Okay, will all the graduates rise? Ready? Now take your left hand, all right? And reach over to your tassel and move your tassel from the right side of your cap to the left side of your cap. Officially a graduate and an alumni of James A. Rhodes State College. Congratulations. Finally, let me leave graduates with these words. The universe is unfolding as it should. Be at peace with yourself. You are as important as the stars. Use intention to shape and build your future. Let nothing break your spirit and commit yourself to a full use of your potential. Then you will improve the communities in which you live and work. We're almost done. We invite the families and your graduate to a reception to join the faculty and staff of Rhodes State College as we say a final goodbye, and we will miss you. And good luck to the class of 2019. Now would everyone please stand for the retirement of the colors by members of the Marines Recruiting Substation lineup, and remain standing until the colors have passed through the auditorium. As is tradition and in honor of your graduates, we ask that all guests in the auditorium please remain seated until all of the platform party, faculty, staff, and graduates have recessed out of the hall, at which time you may join them in the reception. One last time, congratulations to the graduates of 2019. I now declare the 49th commencement ceremony